music?
What?
What is this music you were playing?
This is from Sonic Adventure.
Oh.
Yes. All right. All right. They should hear us now. AJ, if you had to give Sonic Adventure a different title, what would it be?
Sonic and Friends go on a journey that contains elements of adventure and fishing. Is that sufficient length?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
I don't know if we can, it's gonna be a marketing nightmare, but
that's what you have your heart on. You're taller than me. I gotta fix that.
I think it sells the concept succinctly.
Yes. Sonic fans are used to play shit games, so the game having a shit title kind of makes sense. It goes in the...
No, wait. No one said it was a shit game.
I never said that game was a shit game. I said that they are used to shitty games.
Ah.
Are we yummy? Everybody in chat.
Chat, what do you think?
You're
are we yummy or are we yucky?
Chris is real. Feels the 90s Disney's real.
Firehair, this is a Yeti Yeti, right?
Can you bump yourself? Because have you bumped in Discord quite a bit already?
Okay,
Yeti Blue.
Yeti Blue. Yeah, that's it. Where's my game?
Just a little bit.
How's that?
We need more than that.
More?
Yeah, we need to talk. More? To talk more. I need you to talk more.
Okay, talking. Okay, sorry. Turn it up more.
You can't just say 2 words.
Da 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 da.
I think we're good.
That's pretty good.
All right, I'm going to. AJ, we're doing best video game brothers, by the way.
Oh, that's good. That's funny. That's on brand.
Shout out to Sean. They came out with the topic last minute. Wherever you are, Sean.
Yeah, where is he?
All right. I don't know. You got the music ready?
Did Sean break him finally?
Sean should. He's probably went and bought a bike or something.
Yes, I have. Okay, I'm ready. We're going to play music. You're not going to hear it, but you're going to hear me bring us in, and then we'll go.
Yeah,
okay.
Give me a countdown, please. Thank you very much.
Okay, 10, and then 5, 4, 3. It's the internet. You're busy. Let's do this. Welcome to the Game Mess Decides podcast. This is the podcast where we decide everything about the world of games so you don't have to think for yourself. I'm your host, Mike Minotti, and with me is...
AJ Minotti.
In today's episode, don't be shocked, but people are mad about the Game Awards. Speaking of DLC, don't expect it for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and we're deciding the Mount Rushmore of video game brothers. But speaking of brothers, how's mine doing?
Oh, he's good. I'm very excited for the holiday break coming up next week. November's been a wacky month.
It is next week, huh? Why's it been wacky for you? I know why it's wacky for me. What are you complaining about?
Oh, work's been busy. There's a lot going on.
Oh, yeah? Like what? Tell me. I'm interested in your life.
Oh, we had to present the redesign of the website that our team's been working on.
What's your work? Week. What do you do? For people who don't know.
I work in marketing for Youngstown State University. It's very fancy.
Very interesting. So you're working on a website, huh?
Yeah, well, the web team reports to me. That's one of my functions. So I've been working with them.
Your functions? Yeah. What are you, Tron?
Yes. I have many functions for the user, Mike.
Has anyone ever seen the movie Tron?
No.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good.
I always have an issue with that scene. You mean to tell me Dr. Frink hasn't seen Tron?
Okay. Well, you're right. It falls apart a little bit there.
Under scrutiny, yes.
Yeah, a little bit. God, I've been busy just with people gone. Jeff's on vacation. A couple people are missing from GamesBeat this week. So yeah, it's been shorthanded all around. So been jumping in a bunch of places. That's where I got my car back finally. So that was nice.
That's good.
Yeah, that's great.
We had to put Uncle Mike's seat back in the garage from the minivan.
Oh, that's right. Yes. I did like being a passenger princess last weekend, though. That was pretty good. I like having people drive me around again. It reminded me of my high school days. All right, let's was supposed to let's explain what we do here. That's just other podcasts. Just before we get going there, just want to remind you to give us a good rating wherever you're listening and hit that like button on YouTube, please. If you're listening right now, I'm serious. Hit the like button. Thank you.
I'm doing it myself. Boom.
You should do that. If you want to ask a question, you could drop a super chat during the show. We will read those live. Thank you to Carlos Ain, who's Insane in the Rain Music on YouTube. Please for our theme song. Thanks to One Up vs. CPU for our artwork. You can find more at oneupversuscpu.com. We are on all the podcast places. Thank you to our mods. Thanks to Christian for producing. You can get more from the Game Mess at patreon.com/GameMess. This gets you access to our Discord server, participation in Q&A sessions, and Game Club, and early episodes Columbros. So yes, please do that. You also become a supporter by becoming a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Tokoto. It's .tv, not .com, right?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes, that's correct.
Like,
I freaked out there for a second. I was very scared.
You should subscribe to Mike's Twitch because I'm on it sometimes.
It's true. We're playing a little Call of Duty. That's been pretty fun. So AJ, I mean, how much Game Awards discourse have you been following?
Oh, quite a bit. I strangely enjoy the Game Awards. I part of why I enjoy them is because I am able to accept them for what they are. So the discourse just becomes very amusing to me, and this year has been no exception.
Yeah, you're right. It's like I care about enough that I think it's fun, but not enough that I generally get very upset about too much. I say that. I always find a couple of things to get upset about for sure. It's usually more about the things I think of as snubs. This time I'm upset that there aren't any Metaphor, Refantasio noms for best performance, whatever. But that's
right. My personal game of the year so far isn't anywhere except I think one spot on the whole list. So,
you really like Dragon Age.
I really like Dragon Age. We'll get to that later.
All right. But yeah, it seems like the big discourse is about the should DLC be GOTY? Those are a bunch of letters. Should DLC be Game of the Year? Shadow of the Erdtree is nominated for Game of the Year. I've been hearing from a lot of folks about this. AJ, I'm a little curious about what you think. Should DLC or expansions be okay for Game of the Year?
I struggled with this myself because, again, if like World of Warcraft War Within was nominated, like I'd be like, yeah, sure, of course. I haven't played Shadow of the Erdtree, so I don't know personally how extensive it is. It feels like it's just like I liken it more in my head, I guess, to like Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred. And I mean, it's just like, yeah, it just takes the base game, adds some content, adds some weapons, but it's not like, if it was released as an expand-alone, it wouldn't work, right? And the same could be said of Diablo 4. Like, there's nothing to expand alone on. But like, if War Within was its own game, like I guess that would work better. I don't know. It's a nuanced thing. Now I'm not gonna poo-poo anyone's opinion or what they think should be nominated for Game of the Year. It just feels to me like, I don't know. It's kind of a boring choice, I guess, if you're trying to just like recognize an achievement in gaming this year. Going back to that well and be like, well, Elden Ring got flowers already. Let's give it some more. Like, really? We can't think of anything else?
Like, what happens if it got another DLC in 2 years, right? I mean,
right. Like, are we going to keep doing it?
Part of me doesn't want to necessarily have to make rules, right? I'm not exactly we have to have a rule against this thing. I guess I'm a little surprised that maybe not surprised that so many people nominated it for this top spot. Now, I could totally understand people being frustrated. Like, well, if an expansion is that good, it should be, because I felt that way about remakes, right? I had a lot of people telling me that remakes shouldn't count for Game of the Year when I wanted Resident Evil 4 in there last year, and that was a bit of a discourse last time. Was some people being like, "How is a remake in there?" And I rolled my eyes extensively at that. So if Shadow of the Erdtree was your favorite thing you played this year, certainly reviewed better than a lot of other things. I get it to some degree. I will say that, like, getting nominated is one thing. I think if it won, I would roll my eyes a lot more, and then maybe
right. Again, it's just what did we learn, Palmer?
Now, what's worse, AJ, that or a card game being nominated for Game of this discourse has been hilarious.
I don't get. I mean, have you played Balatro? It's an incredible video game. Like, I don't know how to help you there.
Right.
I'm sorry, it doesn't have like AAA production value and motion captured cutscenes and a battle pass.
Yeah, you gotta be
it's a fantastic video game.
You gotta be a very specific kind of, I don't know, gaming chud to think that something can't be game of the year just because it's, I don't even know, like what they say, just a card game. I don't know what that means. like yeah, it's a card game, a game.
Yeah, a video game at that.
Yeah, so that's wild, but that's stupid. Now, I think the other one that's like maybe not I don't know if it's controversial is the word, but Black Myth Wukong is on there, and part of me was just like, oh, that's weird. It got nominated. I don't know if you saw, but the Golden Joystick Awards, which is completely fan voted, happened today. Black Myth Wukong won that. Right? Because this game has a lot of fans.
It's another one that's confused me.
Where there's a lot of people, and I guess my question is like, man, I mean, I don't want it to sound like it's this simple, but how much of the voting body is from China for the Game Awards?
That's what I've been confused about the Game Awards, because I know there's like the industry board who nominates and votes, and
including
then there's the fan voting, but like. How's that weighted? Like I voted for my stuff for Game Awards. How much does that influence get versus what you voted for as a journalist?
I think the fan voting is separate. No,
the fan voting is 10% of the.
Okay,
10%. Yeah. Okay, so that's something, but interesting.
I wonder
how you come up with that math. Right?
Again, I didn't play Black Myth. I paid attention to it when it came out. It seemed like it came out and I was like, hey, this is pretty good. And a few weeks later, everyone was kind of on to the next thing. Like,
but that's not the story with it in China, where like it is very much a much bigger
I guess
deal.
I get that. I don't know. Is the Game Awards big in China? Are the Joystick Awards big in China?
Yeah, I mean, Golden Joysticks. I don't know how exactly that happens. I mean, maybe I'm completely wrong, and it has a lot more fans in other territories than I think. Maybe I should give it a try so I can at least understand it a bit. But the other nominees for Game of the Year, aside from those three controversial ones, they're Astrobot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Metaphor Refantazi. Yo, AJ, who do you think's winning it?
I'm gonna go Dark Horse here. I think Metaphor takes it.
You think Metaphor takes it? You think that's Dark Horse?
I think it made a big enough splash that even though like it was late in the year and it's a long game, I think like just the early impression of it was so strong. And I think Final Fantasy is going to suffer a little bit from being something that was earlier in the year and a sequel, that I think Metaphor is going to come out on top, and I think that is going to take it.
All right. Anything else about the Game Awards and the nominees that stood out to you that you would like to talk about now that you have this opportunity?
Well, I do think the esport categories are a little bizarre to me still. I mean, again, I'm not plugged into that scene, but I've literally never heard of any of these people, even like the content creators. You guys made fun about how you only knew the VTuber. I don't even know the VTuber. Okay, cool. I voted for someone. I don't even know who. Right. I think I just picked at random.
And I hate to be mean,
to pick.
But considering how like we're blasting through some of these awards now because we don't have much time.
Yeah, maybe we could cut some. And that's the other thing too. It does kind of bug me a little bit that these are like genre awards instead of like what's the word, like component awards, because like you have games that are nominated in like 4 or 5 categories, and I think it'd be more interesting if we were recognizing like achievement in sound design, achievement in graphics, achievement in technology, like when you have like best action game, best action adventure game, best game direction, game of the year, and like I could make a case for one game being qualified in all 4 of those categories. Like, what's the point?
It is wild that we have a best adaptation, and it's an award show for video games. So you think that would mean, so something adapted to a video game, huh? No, that's not
the other way around.
I
can understand. I think it could be worded more.
I mean, it's a video game award show. Those aren't video games.
Yeah, they're video game adjacent. The one that I struggle with too is I think it's a good category to have, but like when I'm confronted with voting for the games for accessibility, I'm like, listen, I didn't interface with this part of these games. Like I didn't have to use it, so I don't. My opinion isn't very valid.
I do think he reaches out to people who know something about that. I mean, look, I got to vote about that too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The accessibility one, especially, they have like a committee of people that is just special for that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Anything else before we move on here?
I'm excited to watch the show. I always enjoy it. Again, I understand that it's basically a Christmas commercial. That's why it is in December and not like February or March like a lot of people think it should be. But, watch some awards, watch some trailers, hang out with your buddies, have a good time. That's all.
All right, AJ, speaking of DLC, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth won't have Intergrade-style DLC as Square Enix focuses on making Part 3. This is from Rebecca Valentine at IGN. In an interview with the Daily Star, Hamaguchi gently denied fans hope of an intermediary chapter between Rebirth and the next game. Final Fantasy VII Remake received such a chapter with Intermission, which included a new story featuring Yuffie. We definitely do hear the desire from fans, the voices out there that want that kind of thing, he said. I understand it completely, but I think, from my perspective, what the fans really want to see the most is not necessarily DLC. They want to see the third part of the series as quickly as possible. Jam, I'm almost surprised we still get some of these big DLC drops like that at all anymore, considering how expensive and how long it takes to make these games. We're having this discussion about expansions. And we're going to keep seeing that for things like MMOs and like your Diablo. I think there's a lot of video games where we're not really going to see a lot of these expansion style drops, even just some of this big DLC stuff. I remember how much DLC Spider-Man 1 got compared to Spider-Man 2. It makes so much more sense, I think, to move on to the next video game now.
Right. Either move on or even go the expand-alone route, because a lot of people are anticipating like a Spider-Man 2 expand-alone with Venom, which I think makes a lot of sense.
Beep, 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 beep. Jeff Grubb is in our chat right now, reporting that he is currently pooping at Black Spire Outpost this very moment.
Oh, that's a cool bathroom.
Thank you. Thank you, Jeff. Hey, Jeff, did you like Muppet Vision, Jeff? If you can hear us? I wonder if you like the Muppet Vision. Oh, whoa, okay. Yes, that last one always sneaks up on you.
We'll give them some privacy, folks.
AJ, if you could do the impossible and pivot back to whatever you're saying, I like that.
Completely distracted. Yeah, expand-alones are our thing. I had a point I was going to make. I would imagine, based on this, that maybe the attach rate for the Intermission DLC wasn't that great to justify doing it again. And,
well, one way they got away with that.
Just get to the next big thing.
Because I think, gosh, that came out, but I think it also just came if you bought the PS5 version of that game, right?
Something like that, yeah.
So I think maybe that helped a little bit there too. And what would it be this time? Maybe they have a chapter where you play as Vincent that takes place before the game to introduce him. That would have been cool. I would have, I would have certainly have liked it. But there is a part of me, it's like, hey, if that's going to take a year off of, you just making the next game.
Just make the next game.
Right.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, let's get to it. Let's just make that next game. But yeah, I think we're going to see less and less of these kinds of things going forward.
Yep.
All right then, and Star Wars Outlaws rolls out more changes and fixes from Rachel Kaiser at GamesBeat. The most significant change to the game is the removal of forced stealth, meaning players will automatically fill objectives if they're spotted by enemies. Enemy AI has also been beefed up, and players will be more clearly alerted if characters have spotted them while sneaking. Enemies also have weak points to reward strategic gameplay, and K can now pick up weapons and two-handed weapons in more situations. Developer Massive Entertainment is also retuning the facial animations along with more graphical upgrades. This is a pretty big patch for Star Wars Outlaws. First off, AJ, how much Outlaws did you put? You're a pretty big Star Wars fan. One of the big ones I know.
I put a handful of hours into it, and then something came out that distracted me from it. I liked what I played. I think the world building in the game is great, but the stealth was the most frustrating component for me. I hate you're sighted, you fail missions like that.
And you know what's funny? And I saw someone else make this point. You know what kind of games don't do you're sighted and you fail missions? Stealth games, like actual stealth games. Yeah, don't do that. When you're caught, then you sort of have to figure it out from there.
Right. So I think this is a very positive change. This will encourage me to play, because there are some situations where there isn't the forced stealth, and I like that feeling. It's Uncharted, right? You stealth as much as you can until you're spotted, and then shit hits the fan, and you have to deal with it. And your character's capable of a fight, so let's get into a fight. So I'm very excited to go back to it and play with these updates because I think it will make it a better game. I mean, does it feel like this is how it should have been, all along?
Yeah, I mean, this game definitely had a case of we can't delay it anymore, and so they had to release it as it was, and maybe it could have used more time in the oven. Maybe some of this stuff would it have been identified as problems if they didn't release it and get that feedback?
Yes, but
yeah.
I mean, you do play tests. Like,
Yeah, sure.
I can't believe this didn't come up as a pain point.
I'm glad that they have put this much more work in the game. I'm also, a little surprised. I don't know if it's gonna lead into that many new sales, right?
Well, don't forget, it did release on Steam today with this update, which I would expect will juice the numbers a little bit because people don't like the Ubisoft app at all.
Right. Yeah, no, I absolutely do not.
How many months did it took?
This came
out in August?
Yeah, a few months.
So 3 months.
Yeah. Why did they do this to the
they
games?
can make more money in theory if they're on your own app. They don't want to give Steam the money, but I think the offset is worth it.
Oh my god, this is so stupid. Don't release it. Release it everywhere all at once. What are you doing, Ubisoft? You're killing me.
I'm kind of excited to finally dive in. I never played the final release, but every time I played this game in previews and some extensive ones, I played hours of the game. I liked it. I could see maybe some of the criticisms. I'm kind of glad that I have held off so long. Maybe this will be a good Christmas break kind of game. Something to play while I'm admiring my Christmas tree in the living room, things like that. Because, I think...
Mike, I think you're going to like it because it has big vibes of like theme park. It has that kind of spirit to it.
Yeah, it seems very well themed. Exactly.
Like I said, the little things in the game are cool. Like I had to quickly... anecdote here. I was breaking into an enemy stronghold to steal something, and I found a data pad that mentioned how they're not called horses, whatever the thing is. There's like a horse race, and the guy said like, "Hey, I got the inside scoop. The smallest horse running in the third race is gonna win." Something like that. And then I was walking by like an hour later, and I just happened to go by where you can bet on these horses, and I go up to it and like third race is about to start and I could see the stats for the horses. Like, oh yeah. So I bet on the horse that had the smallest weight and it won. I was like, cool. I just, cheated and won some money and no one's none the wiser. And like, just like little things like that are cool.
Same thing happened to me when I previewed it. And I talked about it in my preview, which you clearly didn't read.
I probably didn't forgot.
That's all right. I forgive you. Looks like me and you will not become one of the best brothers in gaming. We're not going to make the Mount Rushmore now.
Yeah, alas.
I'm excited to jump in there, try it some more. Why don't we take a small break, though? When we come back, AJ, you can read the super chats.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right, Breakaroo.
All right, let me do something, because almost as soon as we started recording, my low battery warning started beeping on my headsets. I'm going to switch headsets.
All right.
Because, of course, it did. All right, give me 1 second.
Yeah. YouTube already crashed twice for me.
Awesome.
Pretty fun. All right. What's good, chat? I've been playing that the Stalker 2, the Call of... No, it's not Call of Pripyat.
That's the fun part.
Yeah, I can still hear him. It was a Ghost of Chernobyl. Pretty good. I really like it. I'm playing that game and listening to what's it?
Even better.
Side Road Picnic, I think is the name of that book that inspired the movie Stalker, that inspired the video game. So I'm doing all at once. Full on Stalker mood. It's not real. It's not. It's buggy. I haven't found any bugs yet. But I heard it's very buggy for people.
Hasselhoff with the cheeseburger. This is a mess.
Oh, there you go.
Let's see. Does that work?
Test. Do you hear me? Can you hear me? Test. Can you hear me? I'm talking. Can you hear me? Oh, I'm talking. Oh, I don't think he can hear me. Let's wait. Oh, you can see the eyes going around.
Maybe.
Hello, can you hear me? No, he cannot. Oh, he has no mic now, and his mic doesn't work now. Yeah, you messed up your mic. You're talking, but we don't hear you. Check your...
there we go.
Maybe... There we go.
There we go.
Now he can hear me and can talk.
Easy
I had no
peasy.
mic and I must scream. That's correct.
All right. Fire Hair, I saw you ask earlier if I played the Starfield DLC Destiny. I've started it. I haven't finished it. I like the beginning, and then it turned into the kind of worst of Bethesda, where it's just walk here, talk to this person. Walk here, talk to this person. Oh, you're the chosen one. Walk here and talk to this person. Walk here and talk to this person. Like, can I go shoot something, please? So I'll get back to it, but it's not pressing right now.
They're flexing their narrative skills. You don't understand that.
Yeah, I guess. That's the weird thing about Starfield. It does some things really well, but the game constantly wants to lean into the stuff it does the worst, which I don't get at all. At all.
It's like the bottle episode of video games. Put you in the room and just talking to... Somebody should do a bottle episode video game. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like a cool concept. I was telling people...
I just realized I'm wearing my Starfield headset now, too, so that's funny.
Oh, yeah, look at that. What are you, an X-bot?
Absolutely.
I was telling people that I started playing Stalker, too. Do you dig that? Do you dig Stalker?
I think I played a little bit of the first Stalker and quickly decided it was not for me. I mean, it's Game Pass. I downloaded it. I'll try it. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm playing it. It's pretty good.
I mean, I'll admit, like, part of me is like, yeah, let's support that studio because boy, they went through some shit, didn't they?
I think also I love it because I dig the Soviet vibes so much. You know, I'm a sucker for that. So
I watched the Digital Foundry video, and I kind of like the suggestion they had of playing it in the Ukrainian voiceovers and having English subtitles on. So I might go that route if I fire it up.
Yeah, I did that at the beginning, and then I switched it back to English just to check, and the voice acting is serviceable. It works. It's not very good, but it has like a charming to it. You know, it's like this reminds me of the old times voice acting. It's kind of wonky.
Yeah,
and the delivery, and they don't have accents. They don't have weird European accents. Probably good.
I agree with Digital Foundry. Like sometimes, like when you play Metro, it grates a little bit how everyone just has these thick Russian accents. And
for no reason. Yeah.
Again, it's like, why are we even bothering to speak English at this point? Like, we're clearly in Russia.
Don't you hate when you can't find your German non-FDA approved cramp pills when you want them? Ugh.
Oh no!
All right.
Oh no! All right.
Where did I put those?
Super chats. Let me load those up.
Yeah, load them
Got
up.
it.
All right.
All right.
Okay, we're ready to come back to it. All right, AJ, I almost called you Jeff. We're back. Would you please read some super chats?
All right. First up, we have Simon from Saskatchewan. He says, is that GameCube Mickey game Blight Club bad? What do you think is the worst Disney game? Just saying it'd be funny to see Dan dressed as Mickey. Which one is that?
It's about Mickey and the Magic Mirror. It's a baby game is the thing. I mean, it's probably boring.
Right.
I've looked at it into it before because I've thought about, let's make Dan play a bad Disney game. I mean, look, there's a lot of mediocre, low effort Disney games. Sure, there aren't very many. I don't know if there's any Blight Clubby ones, right? There's a lot of 5 out of 10s. I don't know how many 3 or 2 out of 10s there are among Disney video games.
I mean, the only one I could think of that would work would be like going back to like Mickey Mouse capades because it's a bit obtuse, but it's short, so that really wouldn't work.
Yeah, I mean, even then, I don't know. Like that Fantasia game that they recalled, right? We haven't done 16-bit games on Blight Club yet for a reason, because they're more just like short and difficult when they're bad than anything else.
Right.
Like we're gonna watch somebody play through Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Like, come on. Oh, don't worry, Dan. We got you. There's a chat right now. How about that? But yeah, I thought about it. If people have ideas, let me know. But again, as I thought about it now, it's probably not that Mickey Mouse game. Again, I think that's just a very simple game. I remember at the time it was kind of disappointing because, in the 60-bit era, we got a lot of great Mickey Mouse games. Between Castle of Illusion, Mickey Mania, Mickey's Magical Quest, And then it was like there's none for a while, and then a baby one. So yeah, it was disappointing. Next.
All right. Simon from Saskatchewan has another super chat that says, have you ever played the old click adventure game Harvester? My friend had it when it came out. It was known for being the most violent game ever. It's very dated now, but the FMV scenes are hilarious. This rings a bell. I don't think I played it, but I think I was at one point aware of its existence.
Yeah, me and you, we really liked point-and-click adventure games, but we stuck pretty heavily to the LucasArts catalog.
Yeah, we dabbled with some Sierra, but like we never played, like back in the day, we didn't play any like Gabriel Knight. We played some King's Quest and Torrens Passage. And yeah, we were devoutees of LucasArts point-and-click games.
Yeah, it's interesting because like this is on Steam with the publisher being Night Dive Studios. And I don't know if it's like a full Night Dive kind of remaster. Or they just published this very old game onto Steam.
Yeah. What was that game our friend Perry like literally bought a Steam Deck so he could play it? It was an old RTS.
Oh, I have no idea. I wasn't keeping up with your conversation about it.
But it was also a Night Dive published like re-release or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This reminds me of the time I watched you play some of the 11th Hour, the sequel to Seventh Guest, and I thought that looked very scary.
Yeah, I remember 11th Guest had the that really bloody cutscene in the beginning where the doctor was talking about that lady who got mangled or something, and he was trying to help her.
No, I don't remember that. I must have blocked it out of my memory.
That stuck with me.
Okay, good.
All right, Ali Miracle writes, VF5 Revo, baby! Steam and rollback. No more racist netcode. Also, Takanobu Mitsuyoshi song. Port of the recent PS4 port. Lol. I don't know. What did they announce something? I missed. They
announced some Virtual Fighter news, Christian, that I missed.
If I did, I missed them too.
Virtual Fighter 5 Revo.
5 Revo.
Virtual Fighter 5 Revo announced. It features 4K, rollback netcode, and more. Oh, that's neat. Gosh,
nice.
Is this the new Virtual Fighter that was rumored? Because I mean, look, I like Virtual Fighter 5. It's been re-released a couple times, and hey, re-releasing with rollback netcode is good. I hope we are still also getting a Virtual Fighter 6 at some point. Yeah. I'll check this out. I remember playing Virtual Fighter 5 when it came out and liking it a lot and thinking, man, this is the most complicated fighting game I've ever played.
Right. Virtua Fighter, like modern Virtua Fighter, is something I always want to like because I have such nostalgia for the series, but I'm real bad at it.
Yeah, okay, it's coming to Steam too. Okay, I see. Okay, I'll definitely check that out. I remember this game had a luchador character, and I tried to play as him, and surprise, he was especially complicated.
What in a way? Big Jimbo Ryan, parentheses Balatro Game of the Year, says, Game of the Year IMO is Balatro or Metaphor. I avoided Final Fantasy VII. What's the R stand for again?
I'm going to let you struggle.
Rebirth.
Oh, come on, Christian. Oh,
there's the
damn it, Christian!
Show notes.
You took everything away from me! God damn it! That was going to be so much fun. I'm mad at you. We're fighting.
I have it written down right here. I was a second away.
It's okay.
Anyway, he says, I avoided Final Fantasy VII Rebirth like the plague after reading all the weird story decisions. Why change it? Why all the padding? Not paying that $70. I bought it for $3 today. Sales.
I think people... Look, there are a lot of criticisms about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and I think most of them are not very good. That's all I'm going to say. Padding, absolutely
I haven't played it yet, so...
Yeah, well, you have to beat Remake, you fool.
Yeah, speaking of... Well, I'm going to beat Remake, and at this point, I may as well wait for the PC version. But, okay, so I think the last thing I did in Remake, which I do intend to go back to and finish, I did the train graveyard. So how close am I? Like, give me a percentage.
Train graveyard and Remake? You're past halfway.
Yeah, I know that.
Like a little bit past halfway. Oh, you're not like just right at the end or something. No.
No, yeah. Okay.
But that's like, you're very deep into it. Right. Yeah, so that's fine.
I was on a long hiatus from the game, and when I picked it back up, I left off on the Hell House fight.
Oh,
that was a trial by fire. Like, what are these controls again? Oh no, I forget. This house is shooting me with missiles. Help.
AJ, how many JRPGs are you in the middle of right now?
Oh, quite a few.
You never beat them, but you're always like, "Hey, I started this one. It's great." And then you're like, "I'm gonna beat this one." You're very deep into Dragon Quest 11 right now, I believe.
I am committed to DQ 11, and then I am gonna, I think, go to Metaphor next before I go to DQ 3 HD 2D.
All right.
That's the plan. Because Metaphor's on sale on the Xbox store, which is Play Anywhere, so it's on PC. And I have $10 in like my Bing rewards, so I could get it for like $40.
It's not $3.
Just pick it up.
Where did this?
No, it's not. It's not $3.
Where did this super chatter get 557 Reaper for $3?
Well, I assume Jimbo Ryan has some connections
That's
still in the
sounds like
industry.
a G2A discount or something like that. Which look, I'm not going to judge.
Right. I do hope that this comes to PC sooner than later, because it would be nice to be able to wait and get there instead of I don't have a PS5 Pro, so I want the frame rates and resolution.
Next. No time for a
All
sip.
Right. I had to.
You sip while I talk, not before you read the next super chat. I gotta teach you a thing or two about pacing.
yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Geo Huey Flo is a new Lincoln member. Welcome, thank you. Simon from Saskatchewan says again, AJ, are you as bad with not knowing music as Mike? No, I'm not great, but I'm certainly better than Mike. I know who the Wu-Tang Clan is.
I'm about to say, to be clear, what they mean is like rap, which you're almost as bad as I am.
I've had some Eminem on my first MP3 player.
Wow,
yes.
Very cool of you. Very cool.
I like the real Slim Shady, like everybody did.
Yeah, I also heard the real Slim Shady. I know Eminem. I don't know if that's helping.
Yeah.
Name 5 other rap artists.
DJ Khaled and
that's not a rap artist. He's a DJ.
I don't know. He's the first one rap for some reason.
It's not even rap. You saw him live.
We saw him.
He was at Universal as we happened to be walking by.
Just him on a stage going, DJ Khaled.
Yeah, I don't think that was rap. So, all right, you tried and failed. So, the answer to that question was no.
Again, I'm a little better. Just a little. Geo Huey Flo says in the super chat, brothers or brothers?
Brothers!
We are brothers.
Brother! That'll be fun when we do that.
All I can ever think of when I see it is, do you ever see the Tom Hanks on SNL on Black Jeopardy?
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
The way he says that, well, right back at you, my brother.
Yeah,
that kills me.
Yeah, he was like a redneck, and he was actually doing pretty good because those only topics that they had in common.
Yeah, he had the MAGA hat on. It's possibly my favorite SNL skit just for how perfect it is.
Was it as good as when Chris Farley was on that Japanese game show?
It's close. It's close.
Oh, God. He just really says Godzilla. It's the answer.
Godzilla! Quacky Sir Piniku. Quacky Sir Piniku? Quacky Sir Piniku.
Yeah, his kids have to think. He doesn't get it right, they're going to cut his hand off. Okay.
And it was like Quacky Sir Piku. Like his random words were one syllable off.
Good stuff.
Chris Farley, I miss you. Mr. Bowler writes in, hey, Minotti Bros. 20 years ago today, the Nintendo DS released. What's your Mount Rushmore of DS games, and what's your favorite oddball DS game? Let's do this quick. You pick 2, I'll pick 2.
Elite Beat Agents and God, I feel like I'm gonna miss like a more important one. Professor or Henry Hatsworth in the Puzzling Adventure.
Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and what's one more we could throw up there? I'll say Mario Kart. That was a really good Mario Kart.
Fine, man. You look at your normie Nintendo picks.
To be clear, my number 1 pick is EBA as well, and that is my favorite oddball. Well, no, my favorite oddball DS game was probably Hotel Dusk. That game ruled.
Yeah, for real oddball, I'll say Duck Amuck, the Daffy Duck game.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, it was a very good system. I loved the DS.
Yes. Alrighty, the Uncharted Wolf writes in, I've been playing Unicorn Overlord for 40 hours and never realized I changed to the hardest difficulty at one point.
Oh.
What's y'all's dumbest gaming moment?
Oh, man, that sounds pretty funny.
Yeah, that's good.
Gosh, I'm trying to think if I did one, I'm thinking about other people's, like Dean reviewing Mass Effect or Mass Effect 2 or one of them without realizing he had a skill tree or upgrades or whatever it was. That's pretty good.
I don't remember anything that bad. I mean, recently I had a funny moment where I put Black Ops 6 on my Roger Ally, and I didn't realize you have to like specifically go into the settings and choose your input method. I guess that's how they matchmake. So it was set for mouse. So I like start a match and I start running forward and that's working. And I go to look and nothing's happening, and I realize, oh, I just can't control anything.
That was pretty
So
good.
I had to take the L on that one.
Yeah, it happens. Oh, there you go again.
Right.
Taking that
I
sip.
need you were talking. I have to lubricate.
I really like making this a thing you're insecure about now. I'm going to really criticize your sip-taking timing decision.
My water. Well, we all know how you feel about water.
You see the sip I just took?
Villain.
Perfectly timed. I killed it. Please.
Actually, didn't. See, I have to watch you on the delayed YouTube because your camera's not on.
Oh, true.
All right, that
That's
boy
fair.
Jerry. That boy Jerry writes in, what are we supposed to do when all this overstocked Oreo Coke Zero is finally gone? Regular Coke Zero just ain't the same. You just gotta have to like take a bunch of Oreos and put them in a blender and juice them, and then put that Oreo juice into your Coke Zero.
No, just crumble up the Oreos and then run your Coke through it in a coffee strainer. Like it's
like cold brew or something.
That might just be how they make
you
it.
have to recarbonate it.
Yeah, that's the problem. Gosh. God, it's gonna suck. We're gonna look back on this moment 5 years from now and say, I miss the world when it still had magic in it. I hope this one comes back, right? Like they've done a lot of these things and they suck or whatever. Did you know that H Bomber guy doesn't have credibility anymore?
What?
That's so disappointing. Well, apparently he did a Patreon video about it and said he did not like it. So he's done.
Let's cancel him. He's done.
He's done.
Done, son.
He had a good run. Wait, why is it a Donkey Kong Day randomly? What happened? There's something happened with Donkey Kong that I missed too? Because Dean Park, Dean Park's in chat, saying Happy Virtual Fighter Day, and we missed that already. We had to catch up. Donkey Kong Land on NSO? They gave us Donkey Kong Land before Donkey Kong 64. Donkey Kong Land. Kong Land. Do we have Donkey Kong 94 on there yet? They gave us Donkey Kong Land before Donkey Kong 94? What?
It's a rough day for Mikey.
Nobody wants Donkey Kong Land when you have Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, like what's the point? What's the point of playing this? It's just a worse version.
Bespoke. It is like a bit better than just being some like downgraded port. It's right. There's something there, but before Donkey Kong 94. Ooh, is that? And let me guess. This is the only game they announced, right? This is the only NSO game. It's just one anymore. Yeah, great, one. Cool. Great. So you know what this means too is that we had to get Donkey Kong Land 2 and Donkey Kong Land 3. Oh my God! Great.
I tell you what, though, I did have a hankering. I fired up some Donkey Kong Country 2 the other day. Man, that game slaps. I didn't appreciate it back in the day because I was mad that Donkey Kong wasn't in it. So I kind of
was Jeff's hang up too.
Yeah, like as a kid, out of hand, I was like, "Oh fuck this game." But yeah, as I've gone back to it as an adult, very good video game.
Brad Lynch says this is the first Game Boy game added since June. If that's true, that's insane.
That's deeply upsetting.
They have so many more Game Boy games to go. Right? What the hell are they doing over there?
Who are these villains?
Upload some ROMs, you assholes.
Right?
Like, what are you talking about?
That's what pisses me off, because like ultimately, I have all these ROMs anytime I want. But there is something, like you've said, about playing them on a Switch.
Yeah.
So I'm caught in this like, oh, like I want to play even like, Metroid Prime 2 with Prime Hack, but like what if they release the remaster? Like, can we just put stuff out, Nintendo?
I've been waiting for God, that's what I've been waiting for is Metroid Prime 2, because like I'm gonna play through that game because I never beat it. And I want to finish that and 3 before 4 comes out. And I want to do it, but I keep like hoping that we just get that on Switch. But who knows? Who knows? All right, AJ, what's next?
All right, one more super chat before we move on from El Grug, who says, will the Switch 2 have a new Pro Controller, and what will be different on it? Love me some Mike and Alex Jones Minotti game messiness. Now listen here. That is not what that stands for. And now you don't deserve to know what it stands for. Don't ever do that again.
It's Armid Jr.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
There you go. I got you. Yeah.
Spilling my secrets.
They're going to make one. I mean, they're going to make the old ones compatible, but they'll make one that's slightly different. I mean,
will it be like more pro, like with back paddles and stuff?
Maybe you'll have some back paddles.
Not quite to an Elite, but more like an 8-bit or something.
I wonder if we'll actually get triggers instead of just buttons for the shoulder buttons up here. Although apparently a lot of people like that they aren't.
If you do that, you have to have it on the new Joy-Con, and then games have to support it.
It could be on the new Joy-Con. It could be on the new Joy-Con, but then it is a thing like, well, if it's important, then some maybe you can't use old controllers on it, and I don't know how
Right.
that's gonna go.
I don't think they do that, but no, I could see them doing some kind of at least upgrade to the Pro Controller. If anything, just to get you to buy another one for $70.
Yep. All right. So that's it for super chats for now. Thank you so much, everybody. If you have any more super chats, you can still send them in, and we will get to them during the show. We're going to take another quick break here so I can get set up for the Mount Rushmore of video game brothers. We'll be right back.
All right.
All right, break.
Break it
Mike,
up.
do you know how to set this?
Yeah, I've
thing
done it
up?
before. Yep.
You wanna open it in the browser?
Do you?
etc.
Whoa, 1 second.
Yeah.
So,
I think you might wanna open it up on the browser.
what are you talking about? Oh, yeah, I know. 1 second. I'm getting AJ's thing readjusted first. Oh,
You can do right click.
I got it, Christian. Once you give me a second.
Did we do community submissions for this, or was it too late?
No, we actually community submissions.
Where are they? Why can't I find it?
I was about to say, like, you have ticked and
podcast
shown
notes,
notes
there it
with
is.
non-video participants
There it is.
On-
Okay, I got it.
on Discord, and that's gonna like make the screen smaller. But whatever.
Now, I just gotta open up the sheet here. Google Sheets. Might not be able to show the things as I pick them. We'll see.
Yeah.
Or like the community ones. Come on.
Yeah,
Drive. Google Drive.
recommend-
Killing me, Google Drive. Oh my god. New. Google Sheet. Just create. You don't have to create and share. Just create. Oh, I'm gonna see. Maybe I'll figure this out. You too.
Bless
okay.
your heart.
Thank you. All right.
You are so beautiful.
Thank you, Mount Rushmore. I wonder if Sean's getting some day Sean rest right now. Oh, look at that. It's already working. Jeez. Okay. Then, if I want to show what people wrote in Discord, can I do that? Let's see.
Yeah, you can open Discord on the browser.
What's that? Well, the problem is when I do that, then I'm gonna lose AJ.
If
I
you
don't-
do,
Yeah,
if you do the browser,
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
yeah,
Alright.
if you open Discord in the browser,
Discord.com is interesting.
you want to hide this so you don't
Hide what?
show your login.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Never mind, you already did.
I just
I'm
did it
kidding,
now.
you didn't.
That will be. Da, 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 da.
I think if you do it around the same, it will show up.
I'll just have to kind of move. Oh, a second. Let's do this.
If you double click on the title, it will open up full. Mike, if you double click on the title of
Yeah.
the thread, it will do it full.
Oh, is this not good? I mean, I got it right now.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
mean, if that works for you, it's fine.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good. We're
This
good.
might
This
be a little
is
small, actually.
fine.
A little big.
This
I mean.
is the best podcast we ever recorded.
Now, let me make sure the sheet still looks good. I go here. So, okay, so now this one I gotta do.
Control minus zoom out, one click.
Okay,
Oh yeah, never mind. I was looking at it wrong.
that scroll is what I gotta do.
Just scroll around. We're with delay, so there you go. Oh, perfect.
Okay, that should be good. And then if I just go, yeah. All right. think we're
We're good.
ready here.
Stuff, Mikey.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Jesus
Are you
Christ.
okay? He's dying.
What's
Over
you,
here.
you Chris
Alright.
had that cough too today. What are you both wrong with? What's wrong with you?
I'm
two?
just phlegmy. I don't know.
You're always
Maybe from
phlegmy.
dinner.
All right. Let's go back into it.
Okay.
All right,
Wait,
AJ.
wait.
Oh.
Give me a second. Test. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Sorry, the Discord crashed a little bit. All right.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right, AJ. We're back. We're going to do Mount Rushmore of video game brothers. Seems appropriate given we are both here. I think this could be some fun, but I am curious to know who do you want to throw up here?
I mean, we have to start with the obvious and say the Mario Brothers, right? Let's just get that out of the way.
Seems like a bad pick, but okay. Yeah. Anything you would like to say about the Mario Brothers, AJ?
They're the Mario Brothers, you know? I mean, it's in the title of the game. They're the quintessential video game brothers, in my opinion. The George Washingtons, if you will.
Are you more of a Mario or Luigi guy?
I'm probably more Mario. I think I was Luigi as a kid because I was like, oh, he jumps higher. That's better. But, you know, there's something to be said for having control.
Have you had any interest
Plus, Mario's old, so...
Have you had any interest in brothership? Nah.
I would have had more if it had reviewed a little better, but between, again, wanting to finish DQ11, then get to Metaphor, like, when am I going to get to that someday? We'll see.
I'm going to throw up Solid and Liquid Snake. I'm deliberately leaving Solidus out.
Yes.
I've come around on him a little bit, but I don't think he's nearly as iconic as Solid and Liquid together.
Right.
Gosh, yeah. I don't even know how much I like including Solidus as part of the Les Enfants Terribles thing, but whatever. I guess it counts. Yeah, I guess it counts. Brother! Yeah, Liquid is great. I would love more Liquid Snake content. I saw some, like, fan art of a fantasy or, made up game of Liquid during the Gulf War, right? And how interesting that could be. We even got a little bit of Liquid Snake in Metal Gear Solid 5, and then they just cut the part where that storyline resolved in the end of the game, which is one of the main, one of the reasons why I have a hard time really. I love Metal Gear Solid 5 is one reason why I have a hard time thinking it's one of the best games ever, as it probably should be. Yeah, Solid and Liquid are great. All right, AJ, who else?
I got one that I think is it's obvious when you say it out loud, but I bet you didn't think of it. I'm gonna go with Edgar and Sabin from Final Fantasy VI.
Hey, I like that a lot. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I thought you would.
Yeah, because I was trying to think of some JRPG brothers, and there's probably more than I'm forgetting about. Edgar and Sabin rule, though. They have a good backstory with the coin flip, deciding who's going to be king and who's going to get to just leave, because neither of them want to be king. It sounds bad, and they're right. So yeah. Both good party members in that game. I love Edgar because he just has those tools, especially early on, are just like basically like powerful spells that don't cost any MP.
Right. Yeah. He's a very good early character, and their theme rules, and I like them a lot.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Here's an RPG source here. Your daughter will like this. I'm gonna go with Sans and Papyrus from Undertale, the Skeleton Brothers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Olivia is obsessed with Undertale.
Yeah, and it's a good game, and these are fun characters. It's funny because, like, Sans I think stands out for a lot of people because he seems kind of, like, inconspicuous at first, and he ends up being a much more important character. And in fact, the hardest boss fight in the entire game is against him when you unlock it. Papyrus is just a big goofball, so that's fun, too. So yeah, I like these two quite a bit. Any more from you, AJ?
The other one that kind of felt obvious to me, is the brothers in Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons.
The brothers from...
They have names?
Probably not.
They don't. I'm pretty sure
I don't think so.
Yeah. I mean, they don't talk, but still, it's nice. It works. The whole game's about them. I get it.
Right. Yep. You got one more, and then we'll go to the community.
One more I'm going to do is Dante and... God, why am I blanking on his name?
Virgil?
Virgil, thank you, Virgil from Devil May Cry. I'm not as big a Devil May Cry fan as some people, but this one seems relatively obvious. They have a fun feud, and they're going back and forth. I've been wanting to play Devil May Cry 3 again for a little bit. I think that would be fun. But yeah, why don't we go over to the community now and see what they have to say with this. Sound good?
All right, you missed the first one here, Mike. I don't know how, but
dang! Oh crap!
Mega Man and Proto Man submitted by Nolan.
Yeah, that's pretty. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Pretty good there. I'm going to, I'm going to add Mega Man and Proto Man. Granted, they have the .NET versions of them, which is fine, but I like the OGs myself. Right. Yeah, Mega Man and Proto Man. Of course, God, I thought Proto Man was just the coolest when I was a kid.
Oh, I know. How fun was it to like pause the game at the right time so his whistle theme kept going?
That was the best.
Yes.
All right, Geekly Flow here with there's Dante and Virgil from No May Cry 5, so that's good.
Wait, am I doing this or are you doing this?
I'm doing it. How would they see it if you do it?
Well, I could read them. I don't know. Go ahead.
I got it. It'll be easier. No, you're right. We've done this before. Toshi has Mario and Luigi, but specifically the live action versions of them. That's fun.
Swing your arms from side to side.
Don't worry, AJ. I didn't do the thing that I hate when people do to me when I start singing a song and they try to sing along, even though the realities of Discord make that impossible. Fozziewig has Chunky Kong and Dinky Kitty Kong. I didn't realize these two were brothers. That's neat. You know, people hate Kitty Kong. I never had a problem with Kitty Kong.
It's fine.
I like Kitty Kong fine. Chunky Kong's fine too. Why not? There's Jamie H1224 with Sans and Papyrus. There you go. You know, you get it with their names, AJ?
Yeah, they're fonts.
That's right. Got it. You're a genius. Tommy Pencils with Brothers. That's good. Jim with the nerd and his Chad brother from Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Yeah, I like how Sean says up here at the top, to make things easier for the host, only images. I'm like, fuck, who are these two again?
I remember the game at least, so yeah, that was a thing there.
Well, the older brother, he's the one that Ash defeated to become the best Pokemon champion ever.
Yeah, he's like the champion after the Elite Four in that game. He like supports you and is nice because we can't have actual mean, interesting rivals anymore in these games.
No.
Screaming Madden has Liquid Snakes. There you go. I got all the recessive genes.
Which is not how genes work, but whatever.
And also he didn't, but like whatever.
Like he's blonde. Like, oh no.
Always Be Clothing has Tom Nook's nephews. Was it Timmy and Tommy, right? Yeah? Timmy and Tommy?
Or maybe? I forget.
Yeah, no, I think that's right. You're the one who can see chat right now. You tell me if they disagree. But I believe that's correct. Yeah.
Bimmy and Jimmy.
Actually, you know what? Somebody better have Bimmy and Jimmy on here. And I'm not going to write Billy and Jimmy, to be clear. It's going to be Bimmy and Jimmy. Chaos Buckaroo just has Wind Waker Link. Oh, he is a brother. But
he's got the little sister.
Yeah, but they're not brothers, right?
Right, yeah. We're not doing siblings. We're doing brothers.
We're not doing best Mount Rushmore of brother as in like somebody, like brothers as in somebody who's a brother. I want pairs, darn it. By art back for not clarifying. Art, it is interesting. Is Wind Waker still the only one where like Link has a family? His
uncle dies in Link to the Past.
Immediate family. Let's say that. Right?
Yeah.
Like other ones he's like got like more distant relatives or like somebody who took him in. But like this one is just like, here's my sister, which is
and my grandma.
So interesting. Oh, RT Bick has Right to Hell Retribution. So there you go. Yes, that's right. There was definitely brothers and Mikey, I think, and he died pretty violently. Blanda Bear has Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, this one's interesting
because it's the No Goku's rule.
It's kind of a No Goku's rule, although TMNT tied to video games pretty extensively, right?
Yeah, I just don't know if I could comfortably put it on the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, exactly. They're good. They're very good brothers for sure. It's just like they're general Mount Rushmore of brothers, right? They'd be in there for certain.
Oh, here's another game series that Mike's not a big fan of.
Astro Wolf 5 this is Sam Drake and Nathan Drake from Uncharted 4. I like Sam fine. I don't know if I like. I like him fine.
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it.
I don't know if it's quite Mount Rushmore-y, but I like him fine. I Beat It these are some Hades characters, correct? That's right. There is a family
Looks
there.
Like it.
Yeah. I think these people are all in one family. What's Thanatos and the sleepy guy, and then the mommy and daddy. So there you go. Got that. Darachi, this is some Yakuza stuff. You're like me. You haven't really gotten deep into Yakuza yet, huh?
No, the funny thing is I played the first one back when it came out and never played any more after that.
Back in the day, we were interested in Yakuza because it was supposed to be the spiritual successor to Shenmue. That's what our
Mark
interest
Hamill was in it.
Right, and now it's like so much bigger than Shenmue ever was.
Yeah, well, we know the one guy's name is Nishiki from this GIF. I don't know who the other one is.
This is that's the main guy, I believe. Kiryu.
Okay.
Yeah, this is pretty good. Evan has this is Illidan and Malfurion.
Oh, that's good. That's pretty good. I like that.
I'll add that. So this is from I keep doing that one. This is from Warcraft. Now I will say it was a little disappointing how when they sort of finally finished Illidan's story in Legion, for some reason Malfurion wasn't that much a part of it, and they never really kind of had like a big scene with those two. A bit strange. That's a bit of a World of Warcraft problem, though.
There's been some hints that we might see more Illidan in the World Soul Saga, so maybe we'll get that soon.
All right, here we go. Thank you so much, Big Tony, the Final Fantasy guy. We finally have Bimmy and Jimmy Lee. Thank you. I'm going to throw them on here right now. Bimmy
so
and Jimmy Lee. Oh, yeah. I like this podcast gives so much more respect and time to Double Dragon than probably any other video game podcast. But you, because Jeff and I say this all the time, but you agree. When we were kids, Double Dragon was one of the big video game franchises.
Big deal. It was parodied in Bluey, for crying out loud, when they were talking about the 80s. That's how big it is.
It had the cartoon, it had the movie, it had a zillion games. Yeah, it was a big deal. Team IDLG has Edgar and Saban from Final Fantasy VI, so that's good.
Yeah.
Zul 34 has got Alduin and Parthenax from Skyrim.
I like that. That's fun.
That's good. Alduin's is that the big bad dragon?
Yeah, and then Parthenax is the one who kind of helps you.
Yeah,
voiced by Charles Martinet.
Look, I like Skyrim. I know you like Skyrim more. That final boss fight was lame against Alduin. Yeah, it was nothing. Joyce's got these two people.
Help,
chat.
Who are this?
Chat.
Is him and his brother, or what's going on?
They have what is this award that they have?
A BAFTA.
They have BAFTAs.
The Hauser brothers.
The Hauser brothers.
Oh, I definitely do not know the Hauser brothers on site.
Right.
1,000,000%.
I guess someone does kind of look like Daniel Radcliffe.
In a similar vein, we got input name here with Nico, and I think that's his cousin, though, right?
Your cousin. Yeah, that's that disqualified.
Yeah. Sorry, cousins can't be brothers. Johnny Boy has. Oh gosh, I guess I vaguely knew that Lucas from Mother 3 has a brother, but I never played that game, so I don't know much about his brother. But there it is. There's Lucas and his brother from Mother 3. I want to play Mother 3 sometime. That's another one I keep putting out hope for an official release. Villain Mac has there's Liquid Snake.
What is this?
Some anime character has been hacked into it instead of Solid Snake, though. That's pretty funny. Alex Agogo has two crude dudes. Look at these two.
God, remember this game?
Damn, that's wild. Gosh, these two want to be Bimmy and Jimmy, even just more masculinity up, right? Like just turn it to 12, and you get two crude dudes. Jeez, just look how they're not oiled up. They're just naturally that sweaty and like grimy and filled with man juice at all times. State. Right. Yeah, God. They're just like dripping diesel or something. Right? Like it's just Diesel and Johnny Walker pouring out of their skin at all moments. It's wild. It's disgusting. Look at them. Ben JC is Joel and his brother Tommy, I believe, from
Tommy.
Last of Us. Tommy's a nice guy. Tommy's kind of like
solid.
Tommy's the Joel who has his shit together, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
he's a nice brother. Nothing wrong with that. Scott Luigi Skankin 3 has got the Manning brothers. Look at that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, we got some football representation there. That's nice. Oh, this is interesting. Epanada Eater has Noob Saibot and Sub-Zero. Noob Saibot, of course, was the original Sub-Zero after he died.
Bihan and Kwai Lang.
Wow, nerd. No, that's very good. Wow. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad. Willow Davis has Radon and Mikola. Lots of people in Outer Ring are brothers and siblings and related and whatnot.
They were brother and sister, and now they're brother and brother. I can't keep track of it.
Yeah.
Shoji Koto also has Bimmy and Jimmy Lee. Appreciate that. Thank you. This is funny. Bayleaf Moon has the Minotti brothers.
There we go. In our hit video game, going to Disney World.
Literally
Disneyland
wearing that shirt right now. So that's funny.
Are you really?
Yeah. Yep. I like this shirt. I like the shirt of Mickey Mouse. That's good. You really like that, huh? Jeez.
Like, what are the odds?
Really tickling your funny. It's pretty good, actually. It's pretty wow. The one picture of me in here. There it is. I liked that Darkwing Duck shirt you had. I think I got that.
I do like that dark. You got me that. It is really good.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right. Well, I'm ready to go back. I'm so jealous of Jeff.
Yeah.
Crimson Basketball has, gosh, who are these two?
Draven and Darius from League of Legends.
Oh.
They're pretty
got it.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
I don't know if there's. It's okay. They're okay brothers.
They're okay brothers.
Yeah.
Weisman has this is like the evil farmhands in the Zelda games.
You mean cracked out Mario and Luigi?
Right, but like the Mario I thought looked nicer than this, but I guess that's right. Yeah, these two. The Luigi is the one who's really mean. He takes over the ranch in the future. You get to steal Epona from him. Domino Crossing has Marcus and Dom. Now, look, I'm not saying that they can't be brothers or they're not blood related, but were they
brothers from another mother?
Yeah, I think they're more brothers from another
They're brothers
mother.
in arms.
Brothers in arms for sure. We got emergency.
That's a different game.
Yeah. Matt in the Rare Zenless Zone also has some Yakuza shenanigans looking like here.
Yeah, Nishiki and Mashima. I think that's his name. The Kiryu's brother. They're brothers. They're adopted brothers. They're orphans. Okay. So yeah.
Super Harmon has Guybrush Threepwood and LeChuck or Chucky from the ending of
my brother Chucky.
What do you
Majima and Saichima.
Do you consider the ending of Macao 2 canon, AJ?
No.
Yeah, I don't think they're really brothers. They were just goofing here.
Yeah.
Evo Janice has Rick Bruiser and Nick Bruiser from Super Punch-Out, I believe.
That's good.
There you go. Mex also has the Bone Brothers from Undertale. I almost said Deltarune, not correct. And Lenny Kultik Denver has those Yakuza boys again. Got some big fans of. Yeah.
I don't think we got to consider that, yeah.
Yeah. Adam Juice with a relatively recent one here with Basilio and Dell from Metaphor, Refund, Tazio. Yeah, there's Dell. Pretty good.
Is Dell that name? I thought it was.
Well, that was the shorthand. He calls him Dell. I forget his longer name.
He calls him Dell. Oh, you play in English. They call him just by the full name.
Yes. I'm playing it in English. Doctor,
very cool.
Dr. Ryan says one more blue and one more gray. It's north and south. Hey, it's a American Adventure reference.
Yes, well done.
Now, well done. Gonna rain on a parade here. Hand at Texas has Waluigi and Wario, not brothers actually.
No, just
two
buddies,
no.
Right?
Yeah, they are not related.
That's the official response from Nintendo. They are not related.
They are.
That's insane. How are these two motherfuckers not related to each other? Look at them. There's no way. There's no gene.
What do you mean? Look at them. They look alike.
Yeah, they got a spirit of being alike. And then Christian with Claire and Chris Redfield again. No, that's one brother. One brother.
Yeah. Wow, sexist much.
Yeah.
Well, that's the definition of brother, I guess.
Yeah, he's right. It's a brother. Also, Chris Redfield sucks. More importantly. All right. AJ, I added a few from that list. Was there anything that I didn't add there that you went? Those Yakuza guys were pretty popular.
What's the names now? Nikishi and who's the other one?
That's Kiryu, right?
Kiryu.
Okay.
God, I'm not gonna spell this right.
They got the most of the community, so I think we have to chew on that.
Spell that guy's name for me.
Yeah, it was in one of the GIFs.
I'm sure chat's spamming it for me right now.
Nishki.
Nishki. Did I spell Kiryu right?
Or is it Nishiki? Wait, hang on. This GIF goes too fast.
Oh, God. Forget about the GIF.
There's an I after the H.
All right. Good enough. All right.
Yeah, there were two different. Yeah. They're not they're like adopted, but somebody in chat is saying if they're really brothers.
No, wait a minute. Does that count?
Oh, adopted brothers counts. Come on. Oh my goodness.
They call each other Aniki all the time, which means like big brother.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah. That's good. That's good.
Count that.
But it's also like a crime thing, where like an underling will call a higher up Aniki when they're not. But they're brothers. They're for all intents and purposes, they're brothers.
All right.
Okay.
We gotta do 4 here.
Mario for sure.
I think Mario's a lock. I think Solid Liquid Snake is a lock.
Agreed.
I think those are 2 pretty popular ones. Part of me, look, am I goofing too much to really want Bimmy and Jimmy Lee in there?
Yeah, we're goofing a little bit there.
Really?
It's fun to say.
Aw, damn it. Jeff would have let me do it.
Well, Jeff ain't here now, is he? Damn it.
No, Jeff's not here. Shit. Oof. Like, what's your next favorite one?
I think we got to put the Yakuza boys up there. That was the fan vote. They look fun. I like this attack they're doing in the one GIF where the one's just like spinning the other while he holds a knife.
Man, Jeff wouldn't have cared what chat wanted either. Oh,
I dig the vibes. I dig the vibes. I'm into it.
No, all right, that's good. Well, gosh.
All right.
Well, no, I asked you and you threw it away. You threw it away and said you gave it to chat when I said for your next one. Why? Who else are you thinking?
You should get to pick now? Well, I think it comes down to 3 for me at the end here. Either we're going the RPG route with either Edgar and Sabin or Sans and Papyrus, or we're going the Mike Minotti route and doing Mega Man and Proto Man.
And given those choices, I think we go the Mike Minotti route, personally.
Mike, you go right ahead.
It's weird that he always goes the Mike Minotti way. I don't know, you never see him pick another way.
You all are learning what I've known all these years. Sometimes it's easier to just let him have it.
The Mike Minotti route rules. I love that route very much. I mean, look, if this was...
This is the older brother mentality. Well, what did everyone else want? Let's pick that.
I mean, look, I think it's a pretty good list if we have, as a Mount Rushmore of video game brothers, the Mario brothers, Solid and Liquid Snake, Mega Man and Proto Man, and Kiryu and Nishiki from Yakuza. Not bad, right?
Yeah, why don't you go tweet and skeet that?
Skeet that shit.
We'll take a break.
All right. Oh, let me get rid of that. That sounds fantastic, everybody. We will be right back. Thank you.
Oh, I just saw the GIF you were talking about. Those other 2 are 2 different other pair of brothers in Yakuza. Those are Majima and the brother who I forgot the name.
Now I've been cheated.
How many brothers?
Are in this game?
Everybody's brother. Everybody is a brother of somebody on that game. They're both good. Saejima. There we go. Saejima.
They force you to call everybody family in the mafia and the mob to try to make it seem like you're closer than you are.
Right. Where's a Fast and the Furious video game?
There was one, remember? It was announced at the end of the Game Awards.
Oh my god, that's right.
Oh my god. Yeah,
it was the one more thing at the Game Awards, you fools.
Yes.
That is the thing that more than anything, in my opinion, damages the Game Awards is Jeff Keighley's obsession with celebrities.
Oh, wait.
Anyone who's ever been in a movie is welcome on his stage for as long as they want.
Wait. What? I remember Ben Diesel on the Game Awards, but I remember him announcing that dinosaur game. I don't remember him announcing
it
was him and what's her name?
Michelle Rodriguez.
Michelle Rodriguez.
They
you're
both
right.
came out at the very end.
Yeah, they both came out.
And they were like, this is really happening. Yeah, they act like it was a giant
When was the dinosaur thing then?
That was art. He was just in the trailer. He wasn't out to announce it.
No. I forget if that was the Game Awards or
right.
what. Yeah, that was a different thing.
Yeah.
He did not announce Arc to... Okay, he's just in it. All right.
There you go.
Yeah, like last year, Mackie comes out, and I like him, but he took way too long. Simu Liu, again, like him, he took way too long. Like he
took out his arm being broke. Yeah,
yeah,
took
like,
about
we
his
don't,
arm.
We don't need them. I mean, fine, I guess, but we don't need them.
What was the vibe from chat? Were they happy with our list?
Oh God, I forgot about coked out Al Pacino coming out on stage.
And then he frees him to death after the God of War got the award, and the guy wouldn't stop talking.
Look, I would have done Undertale, but AJ wanted to be a man of the people and get Yakuza in there. What's the vibe from chat, AJ? You don't know.
They're
You weren't-
okay.
Seems good. Yeah, because it was the correct choice.
And what's
So
that? I
long
mean,
as they don't complain, you know
Eggman
you're
and
right.
Proto Man have brotherly interactions. Yeah, they fight each other.
there you go. All right, we did. Then we can come back. Is there? Do we have any more super chats from before?
We have a couple.
Okay, let's
Uh,
talk
but
about.
we can beg for more.
We want to beg for more. I will ask you what you've been. I'll remind people to ask you what you've been playing.
Okay.
Ready.
All right.
All right, we're back. We have a few more super chats to read. Everybody has a little bit of time to get those in if they want us to read their questions or comments. But first, AJ, what have you been playing?
All right, so as I alluded to earlier, I am playing Dragon Age the Veilguard, and I am loving it. This is probably going to end up being my game of the year. It is everything I like about video games, and it is... I mean, it got good reviews, don't get me wrong, but it's one of those games where I'm like, how is this not like universally praised and adored? What is going on that I'm missing here? Because I can't find any major faults with this game.
I guess I'm curious about that myself because I haven't played much of it yet. But you know, you are definitely maybe one of the more maybe the most like positive people I hear about the game. Do you think there is a reason why you're maybe into it more than average?
It's a few things. I mean, first of all, it looks stunningly gorgeous. I'm able to crank all the settings on my PC and turn on the ray tracing and everything, so it looks fantastic.
Very good looking game.
Yeah. I love the cast of companions. There's only 7 of them, so it's one of the smaller casts they've done. But because of that, they're super well fleshed out. Their voice actors are fantastic. I'm in a portion of the game right now where it's basically stopping you and saying, like, hey, listen, go do companion quests. Like, that is the main quest, to do companion quests. They're all really interesting. The characters have cool backstories. The relationships they're forming with Rook, your character, are really well done. So I'm enjoying that component of the game. I think the combat is super fun. I've been playing a warrior, focusing on like the kind of necrotic skills. So I have like some life leash and stuff, which is fun. It's very I mean, you played the preview, so you understand this, but it's based a lot around some abilities will set a condition, other abilities will detonate that condition, which will just cause extra damage and an explosion to go off. So you kind of want to build your party and your skill tree around creating these combos. But you don't have to completely rely on them. You can still use other skills because they have like some more general stuff in there as well. But I like the way the combat kind of evolves as you play the game. You can respec freely, which is nice because there's so many choices for your character. You don't understand what they do until you've used them. So I like having that flexibility. But even like, I believe this is the same for the other classes, but you have kind of 2 weapon sets you can switch between. So I have a sword and board and then a 2-hander. So I started with the sword and shield just because I was learning the ropes. I needed some better defense because you can just block straight up with that. As I got more comfortable with the game and kind of got my defense stats, my life leech up, I switched to the 2-hander where you have to like perfect parry if you want to do any blocking at all. But you do more damage as a result. So like I've been leaning into that after I found like a really good hammer I've been using. Yeah, again, it's funny because I love the first game, Origins. I devoured it, put 100+ hours into it. 2, never finished it. The switch to action didn't quite grok with me. Even Inquisition, the worst thing about Inquisition was the open world because the open world it felt like wasted space. I had 3 false starts in that game, never finished it. I think it's to this game's strength that it's not an open world game. It's not quite like the structured missions like a Mass Effect 2. There is some openness to it. But then like when you hit like a main quest, it'll very much be like, okay, you're in this keep, it's under attack, get from A to B, fight stuff along the way, have cool interactions with characters, and that's awesome. Like that's all I need. It's so good.
Yeah, I want to spend more time with it once we get to the holiday break here. That'll be a good excuse for me to be in the living room with the Christmas tree. I think I've always liked what I have played of it. I'm kind of interested to see it expand a bit. Combat's pretty simple in the beginning.
Yeah, if I could soapbox for a moment, because
oh god,
the 2 big complaints is always the writing's bad, which I disagree. I think it's great. But man, everyone going on and on. Oh, it's woke bullshit from BioWare. They just ruined it with woke, and I'm like, what are you talking about? It was 17 hours of gameplay before I even got to the character of the game who was struggling with gender identity. That took 17 hours to even reach. So if you got that far, I think you liked the game well enough.
Nobody's complaining. It's just because, of course, that clip will get posted on Twitter. I'll just call it
right,
X.
Out of context.
I don't be there anymore.
Now it's X.
Yeah, I'll call it X. You all have fun on X. It gets posted on X, and then just the usual grifters just repost it and talk about how it's representation of the downfall of civilization or something.
But boy, I mean, the thing that it kind of scares me a little bit because, again, going back to how I think this is well written and acted, as you interact with this character who's struggling with this issue of identity and what's expected of them, I think it's very vulnerable. It's very interesting to have this person confiding in you and you kind of help guide them through it. Personally, I don't know any trans individuals, but I've had gay friends, from college and theater and stuff, and I was there for a lot of them when they did come out and kind of help them with that. My roommate, came out to me, and it was, very, personal, interesting moment, but it was good. So to see people react so strongly and so negatively to a virtual person struggling with this kind of thing and thinking, wow, what would you do if someone in your actual life came to you with this conversation? Now, in a way, it's taught me, wow, no wonder people are so on guard and worried because, in my own personal bubble, I'm like, well, if one of my friends told me that they're trans, I'd be like, okay, cool. Let's change up your pronouns and we're good to go. It's scary to see how the reaction at writ large is really just this resistance to it. I guess it's been an interesting life lesson I picked up around the discourse from this game. So, interesting, I guess. I don't know really where to go from there, but I think it's worth kind of pointing that out. It's both the story in the game and how it's handled and the meta that kind of came around it.
No, yeah, it's I know. It seems shitty, and for a while I like to think oh, it's just this quiet group of assholes, you're just being jerks. And now I'm like, somehow they're winning over the youth, these assholes. So it's all a problem. It's all kind of concerning and worrying, and I just don't know what to do about it. But the bad faith arguments targeting video games. I mean, it is weird how so much of this happened with video games, right? I mean, so much of all of this stuff is an extension of the original Gamergate, right? That was a flashpoint for a lot of it. So it's just absolutely wild.
Yeah. And then the dumb thing too is if it truly bothers you that much, but you like the game, again, it's all optional content. Just, I guess, ignore it. Don't interface with it. But
no, that's not an option for them. Because they like to complain more than anything else.
This is your reaction to a virtual person. No wonder. God, I couldn't imagine in real life. If someone who's struggling with this sees this reaction, of course they're going to be worried about how this could affect their real life. It sucks.
AJ, I guess on my end, if you're okay with me going now, I mean, it's been Dragon Quest, just been playing more of that. And I've just been finding it incredibly cozy. It's been a very chill game to play in bed a bit. And Metaphor, I was getting kind of really caught playing 3 or 4 hours a night, so it wasn't great for my sleep. This was pretty easy, after an hour or so. All right, put it down.
Done.
Go to sleep for sure. It is very good. You have that mode where it points out the objectives a bit more directly. And that's one of that's the most streamlined thing here compared to the original games and all, especially 8-bit RPGs, right?
Guess how I would play the game.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So much of that's just wandering around and hope for the best or look at a guide or your Nintendo Power or call the Nintendo hotline, right?
1-900
I do always love people back in the day, you did just kind of wander around. But no, we had things that they wanted us to buy then, to be clear, a lot of times to find out how to go. So, yeah, I think that stuff is neat and appreciated, and still just a very, very big fan of the way this game looks. It is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I love the 2D HD art style. I'm so glad the producers bringing Final Fantasy VI in that conversation. Because I said this the day they showed Octopath Traveler. I think my first reaction was, oh, let's do Final Fantasy VI like that. Because it looks so fun. I love the style.
I see Fire here asking chat, Mike, what do you think about folks' new avowed previous? He said unavowed. The game's just called Avowed, right? Yeah, he corrects himself.
Yeah, he fixed it.
I was wait, what? I'm did I have a Bernstein Bears thing, a Mandela effect? What's that game called?
Shazam 2.
I haven't seen the previews. I'm a little frustrated because I actually had access to that build and just was not able to touch it because
you suck.
I was so busy this week. I don't even know this, but like I said,
I don't want your excuses.
I'm covering for like 4 or 5 people taking vacations right now. So, yeah. AJ, do we have any more super chats?
Sure, we could get to a few that have come in here. Our first one is going to be from Laser Wolf, who says, I will be traveling after Thanksgiving for work. What turn-based RPG or tactics game should I load up on my ROG Hog? I mean, I think you talked about this a little bit on Tuesday on Nintendogs, but it sounds like Dragon Quest III HD 2D is a good travel RPG because it's easier to start and stop than something that's more heavy on story like Metaphor.
Exactly. I think, I mean, look, I love Metaphor, and if you want to go with that, that's great. I think Metaphor is going to be a game with a lot of awkward moments where you kind of have to stop in the middle of, and Dragon Quest, not so much. You can kind of just put that thing on sleep mode or hibernate mode whenever you want to and be fine. So I think Dragon Quest 3 would be my personal choice.
Matt Rare Monkey writes in and says Yun and Yang from are we talking about Street Fighter? Is that where we are?
Yeah, Street Fighter 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry,
okay.
continue.
I'm not as familiar with the Street Fighter 3 roster, I have to admit.
It's okay.
Which one?
You don't need to know this, motherfuckers.
Which one's the
Yun
OP
is
one?
the OP one. Yun.
Yeah, Yun is.
And Yang is the idiot, the bad one. I hate those two characters for very different reasons, but I hate them equally.
All right, there you go.
All right. El Grug writes in, the weather in this Cleveland-Pittsburgh game, though, you want to know how sad it is, Mike? This is how disillusioned I am with the Browns this season. I mean, granted, we're doing this podcast, but the Browns are playing the Steelers on Thursday Night Football, and I couldn't care less.
We're doing well. We're beating the Steelers.
Yeah, we're winning. We're winning 18-6. I'm glad I didn't play Russell on my fantasy team, but
my fantasy team's
this team
great
this year. Mine, not so much. So yeah, I don't even have that to go back. Go Liverpool. You guys know this. Let's see. Brono Trigger writes in, Mike, my fellow musical nerd, are you going to see Wicked this weekend?
Yes, because I never got to actually see the stage version. Would you like to tell them why, AJ?
Yeah, in college, I was dating this girl, and we got 4 tickets to go see Wicked, so it made the most sense to invite Chris and his then girlfriend, now wife.
This is not the order of operations.
On a double date.
This is not the order of operations I knew. You just got tickets and got 4 of them so you could do a double date. And I guess Mike's not going to go because you can't bring a date. That's all that matter, apparently. Heaven forbid I tag along to see a show with you.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'll be honest. I mean, I might check out this movie just to see it. But at the time, my memory is I do not really care for Wicked that much. I think it's a little too poppy and saccharine for my taste. Also, it didn't help that, going back to my theater roots, studying and doing musical theater in college, my roommate and a couple of our fellow thespians they would all congregate in our apartment and just start singing musical theater soundtracks. And Wicked was one that they sang for like a month. And it was the same track over and over. And I got really, really sick of it. Sick of it.
Was he just defying gravity over and over again or something?
No, it wasn't even that one. I don't remember which one it was. But I just remember her, my one friend Laura going, you. And I was like, oh, stop doing that. It's so annoying.
El Grug wants to know what I named my Dragon Quest characters. My hero is named Tokoto. My my mage is Grubby. My warrior is Daisy, and my thief is Penny.
Nice.
There you go. That's the adventuring party. What? Yeah, because of the duck.
Daisy. All right.
Sure.
Yeah. Of course. All right. When I started my run in Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster, I did name it after me and my kids so that we were adventuring together. They thought that was very fun.
See, that's cute. You, Mike, not so much.
No.
I do have to say, I always make, whenever an RPG has like a non-specific character name, I always just make it AJ. I mean, until they stopped giving you the opportunity, all my Zelda games, I was AJ.
Yeah, but whenever you do a fantasy game, you have you mash the keyboard and then you try to turn it into a name method.
I've settled on a bank of names I rotate between now for my fantasy characters.
What's the one you use all the time?
Sias is my main one now. That's my 14 character. Daraton is my my orc shaman in World of Warcraft, and some of the other ones I have are Jerg, Piltern, Phaedra, and some other ones.
Me and you are the same. Where we can't do full on joke characters. I can like do.
No,
like,
I can't bring myself to do it.
I could do Grubby and Daisy that are like based. It's kind of funny, but those are still real names in a way. Like Fire Hair saying,
like Poopy McPoop Face or something.
Well, Fire Hair in chat says that he named his metaphor protagonist Costco guy, and I don't know if I believe him, but like just saying, I could never.
Yeah,
No.
I do for pets in video games, like in
Sure.
Monster Hunter for the Palico. I just do jokes of other famous people that I won't say on stream because it will get demonetized.
No, that's something.
That was an excellent
jogged
set,
my
by the way,
memory.
AJ. Very good timing on that.
Thank you. In Dragon Age, I like how your character's name is Rook, but that is like a nickname, and you could type in a first name for shits and giggles. But then you pick your character's backstory, and that actually defines your last name. Now, I've expected people to say it more, but no one's like said their last name out loud. But they do make a lot of like good references to your backstory throughout the game.
Your
I like
origin,
stuff like that.
huh? Remember when that was like the whole selling point of Dragon Age?
Oh, it was really well done too. That ruled. It was a great
ruled.
excuse. Even if you weren't going to fully replay the game with the character, it was enough to play through that origin story for all the different options there.
Dragon Age Origin School. What origin did you do in Dragon Age 1?
God, I can't remember.
Really? You're probably just a human lord. You're probably just a manor lord person, right?
Possibly.
I was the street elf or whatever. I was impoverished. City elf. It was fun. I guess that's that then. I think
I got more stuff. Aren't you reading the rundown? I typed them up and everything.
Oh, yeah, more games to talk about?
Yeah.
Why'd you stop me before we started doing super chats then?
I thought you were just going rogue. I don't know. You read the last one. I
guess you got more time for super chats, everybody. If you want to, go ahead, AJ. Talk about more video games.
Let's talk about some of that COD blops.
To be clear, I did not look at the rundown to see what games you've been playing. No,
I've gathered. Yes, yeah. We've been playing that Black Ops 6, and I have really been enjoying our time with it. I haven't played a Call of Duty online since World War II. I think it's the last time we were all like, yeah, we're gonna play. And the only time I've ever played a Black Ops was, I think you guys convinced me to get Black Ops 4, the multiplayer only one. So it's been a minute, and there's just enough kind of tweaked and new to the formula that it works. I like being able to sprint and run in any direction. The mantling, the diving, the sliding, all feels really good. I appreciate that, like, you know, I've been playing with just like the stock assault rifle, the XM4. So today I was curious, like, what is like the meta? Let me look at a list, and like the number 3 is that gun. So I'm like, okay, good. Yeah. Like, that's good to know that I'm just playing with a good gun, and I'm gonna have to feel like I'm missing out because I haven't leveled up crazy amounts or anything like that. I love that new what's the actual name of the mode? The high value target one. It has a name.
Yeah, kill order.
Yeah, that's fun. I just like it. It's not quite like the VIP mode from Team Fortress Classic, but it's just fun. Like, you know, when you see that target, you're going after him. When you are that target,
it's just enough of a variation on Team Deathmatch. I like it.
Exactly. I haven't touched the campaign yet. I do want to get to it. I hear it's very good. I'll carve out some time probably at the end of the year here to check that out. But again, it's great that it's on Game Pass and I have to pay $70 for it, so that probably helps my enjoyment too. And yeah, it's just kind of fun to be playing Call of Duty again.
All right, now somebody here actually wants to talk about Final Fantasy 14 for the first time in a while on this show.
Yeah,
you jackanapes.
7.1, baby.
7.1, the content patch recently released for Dawn Trail. I played through the MSQ, did the new dungeon, and really enjoyed it. Again, Final Fantasy 14 is my favorite video game. I understand the criticisms of Dawn Trail, but I still enjoyed it. I think it's much better in the second half, which is why you need to keep playing it. I think this patch does a good job of distilling some of the issues people have with Dawn Trail, and hopefully not the direction 14 is necessarily going. Because I don't think it's a spoiler because they announced it when they announced the game. You have the whole Section 9, which is very high tech, area, and so part of the expansion is still taking place there, and it's like. There's literally a sequence, this doesn't ruin anything, I promise, where you have a USB key and you're decoding it. And it's like, what are we doing? This is like 24. Like, okay.
Right. That reminds me, I had that moment with World of Warcraft back in Wrath of the Lich King, where there's a raid where you're on a motorcycle and a character started talking to me over a radio. And I was kind of like, That's a bit much. World of Warcraft has gotten much further than that since then.
Right.
Yeah, all these fantasy worlds have this problem with escalation.
But then there's a section where you're like helping a nomadic tribe with beasts, and I'm like, this is what I want to be doing, and it's the best part of the patch. Like that whole quest chain was really, really good. So I hope they're kind of listening and learning and realizing, like, let's keep the fantasy in Final Fantasy 14. Like Magitex as far as I'm willing to go. I think Section 9 goes a little too far. So we'll see. But again, the dungeon design in this expansion and this patch dungeon in particular is fantastic. The final boss fight in this dungeon is one of the best ones. It's really cool. It has some fun mechanics. That's really got people talking. And the story is, again, taking some cool twists in kind of where we're going with it. So I'm very excited to see what the future patches hold. So yeah, I still like Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail. Also, it's worth mentioning, we didn't have this in the news rundown. We probably should have, that they brought the beta for playing games you own on Xbox Cloud streaming. So this is not games that are part of the subscription, but if you own it, you can access it. And Final Fantasy 14 is one of those games, which is wild because this is the only place you could stream it. It's not on GeForce Now. It's not on PlayStation Plus streaming or anything like that.
Bring up that they announced that mobile version of Final Fantasy 14.
Oh God, yeah, that too. We'll touch on that in a sec if you want, but it's kind of wild. So I have the starter edition. I claimed it from Game Pass Ultimate, so I can't do any Dawn Trail content. Like if I try to teleport to Toriel, it like just doesn't let me. But as long as I'm logged out somewhere like the Gold Saucer, it's fine. So I fired it up first in the browser, and it just works. Everything's there. It's great. It even supports mouse and keyboard in the browser if you want to play it that way. But then I tried it on my phone, and I threw up a video of this on X and Blue Sky if you want to check it out. But they actually created this like wild touchscreen layout to like actually have all 16 of the crossbar actions like visible on screen. I could see where, again, you're not going to raid or do a trial with it. But if you're just like running the MSQ or doing some like side quests or grinding or finding your flight points or things like that, yeah, it's a totally serviceable way to play the game. It's kind of crazy that they did that. I know how much you can't wait to stream Final Fantasy 14 to your iPhone and play it with touch.
Don't have much interest there. I can't lie.
But yeah, you can play Final Fantasy 14 mobile when that comes out some point here.
Yeah, whatever that is.
So the best I can grok from everything I've kind of digested on it, it's like a separate version of Final Fantasy 14. We're starting with the Realm Reborn story. I don't know how complete of an experience it's going to be, but they said there's no gacha. It is free to play. There will be some kind of monetization, probably battle passes or something. Think of it like Final Fantasy 15 mobile that they did, but without the chibi characters. Just like a condensed version of the game that's still the game. You'll have trials. You'll have classes. You can switch classes. They make it sound like maybe you're switching on the fly. I don't think that's the case though, because that would kind of break like a trial. But hell, I mean, I'll certainly check this out if it's fun. It's like a good excuse to kind of revisit the story of A Realm Reborn. That could be fun. I also wonder if because they had it's cheeky. The trailer ends with Minfilia saying that Prey returned to the Rising Sands at your earliest convenience.
Yeah, sure.
And I can't recognize the voice, but I wonder, did they go back and re-record all this dialogue with the new actors? Because that'd actually be kind of cool.
You would think they kind of have to.
Yeah, it was out of nowhere announcement though, completely wild.
You completely cursed the Browns, by the way. I don't even know how that they managed it in such a short amount of time, but the Steelers are winning.
Wait, yeah, was it? What?
I don't know.
They scored 11 points.
They scored 11 points in like the last 2 minutes or something of playtime. I don't know.
Fucking team, they are so
incredible.
bad.
It's incredible.
The ways they find to astound and disappoint me are just mind-boggling.
Yeah, I'm impressed. Wow. I'm actually impressed.
11. That's crazy.
How do you score 11 points in a football game? I guess you went for 2 and you got kicked a field goal. Jeez.
AJ, would you like to read? Is this Dazed Deshaun? Is that our problem?
No, he's gone. He's hurt. He's done for the season. Remember?
Oh, so his days are gone.
Deshaun. Yeah, I got him.
All right, read this last super chat, please.
All right, we got one more super chat from George Greenthumbs, who says, "I've been playing some shmups game lately, namely an indie game named Blue Revolver and Ikaruga to satisfy my frothing demand. Mm-hmm. Have either of you ever gotten into shmups?" Oh yeah, I mean, especially growing up, shmups was a huge genre. So you played your R-types and your 1942s even and stuff like that. Ikaruga at the time, you do have to understand, was a big deal. Big deal
amongst the hardcore gaming crowd. Well,
we couldn't get enough of it.
We had I don't even know if we ever have that Dreamcast version, because it didn't come out in the US. You had to import. We played on GameCube, I think, a lot.
Oh, that's probably the one that we had. And I do have to. I've never done it, but I do have I have an old monitor that is vertical oriented over here to the side of my main monitor. I just need
Tate mode.
Yeah, I gotta just do it, right?
I guess so. Why not at this point?
Yeah.
Gosh, I had a bit of a... I mean, I play shmups here and there. I had a bit of a shmup phase last year for a little bit. Was playing like Musha, Thunder Force, some R-type nonsense and what have you. I bought Radiant Silvergun on Switch and still haven't played that. I need to do that at some point.
Soundtrack.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. So I'll get to there eventually.
Oh, and then the greatest of them all, Mike, Sylphid on the Sega CD.
You were a big Sylphid fan.
I
bought some Sylphid sequel to PS2 that I haven't played yet.
That's
because
wild.
I was nostalgic for
Sylphid. So you
Sylphid.
bought that, yeah.
All right, AJ, I'm gonna start playing our outro music so we can get out of here. You wanna tell people where they can find you?
Yeah, I mean, I have my X account, but I'm mostly these days on Blue Sky at adguy. Whatever the thing they add on to that. I love it. I've been posting stuff, and people actually interact with it. It's crazy. It's like 2008 all over again. Yeah. You can also follow 90s Disney on the socials, where we are podcasting about Disney stuff in the 90s. We just did a bonus episode on our favorite attraction moments. And to celebrate the holidays this year, we're going to be having an episode on December 1st about Beauty and the Beast, Belle's Enchanted Christmas, the direct-to-video in-betweenquel for Beauty and the Beast. So be sure to check that out.
That will be fun. We got one more episode of Day Sean tomorrow morning, everybody. 11 a.m.
Hey, Sean, let's fucking go.
At least one more. I don't know. I think it's the last one. I don't know if he's really going to try to finish that game. I hope we at least see...
It is Friday.
I hope we at least see the marriage sequence, but I don't know. We might not be so lucky. There's some kind of... I think we're just playing Call of Duty on Unprofessional Fridays. I forget.
Oh, nice.
Something like that. Something like that. Tomorrow's the season finale, he said. I like that. It can always come...
Series finale.
We can bring it back whenever Jeff has to go somewhere again. Fantastic. I think they're starting to talk about some of the Game of the Year plans that they're doing over there. Giant Bomb, GameSpot, they're doing a lot of stuff, so that'll be interesting. When we get over to that, gosh, that'll be nice. I'm a sleepy baby, though, I have to admit. I'm a sleepy baby. I'm going to sleep good tonight. How about you,
Yeah. AJ? Oh, B. Traven says on Super Chat, have Grubb on your Disney podcast. We're working on it.
Yeah, we're going to try to get him to do a trip report. Part of me's worried with his memory. He's going to be like, I don't remember what I did.
That's what I get if you get Grubb. Yeah. That's yeah.
Everybody
I heard he's a real famous podcaster.
Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger said good night, everyone. Thank you, Arnold. People keep asking me, like, is Jeff having fun? And I'm like, I don't know. He's not sending me, like, reports. I get a picture every now and then. That's all. Yeah, I'm sure he's having fun.
Mostly Chris is the one asking, what'd Jeff think of this?
Chris like, what'd Jeff think of this? Like, what do you think he, like, yeah, like, we didn't do a book report on it. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Boom.
He's pooping. I hope he's done pooping.
Still pooping.
It was a while ago. It's a big poop.
Let's see. Hey, Chef, are you there?
Yeah.
He's still shitting.
All right.